This is a difficult digital SAT poetry question. It comes from the Skills Insight Tools bank of questions, score band 610 to 670. This collection is an ideal source of practice material because it comes from College Board. One goal of this channel is to be clear about the source of all content so that you can preserve the authentic practice tests. This video covers my first time working through this question. I end up answering it correctly and quite efficiently. Notice how I focus on the keywords and details in the question itself in order to arrive at the correct answer. On Virtue is a 1766 poem by Phillis Wheatley. Wheatley addresses the poem directly to the quality of virtue, imploring it to assist her in reaching a future goal. I do want to take a moment to think about the information that we're getting there. So it's called On Virtue. It is being addressed to the topic of virtue. This is a very common pattern in poetry. And she's imploring it, meaning begging it, essentially, to assist her in reaching her future goal. Which quotation from On Virtue most effectively illustrates the claim? Something I'm finding strange about this is that it's not giving us the poem, which I don't like. So it's just giving us snippets of the poem. A, attend me virtue, probably through my youthful years. Oh, leave me not to the false joys of time, but guide my steps to endless life and bliss. Let me analyze this option. So remember, we're looking for the answer. The quote is going to implore it, which means you're going to see that begging language like, please, I need you. I'm just skimming the other answers for that type of information. Hard to tell. So you're looking for that kind of language, and then also you want something about the word goal. Let's take a look at that in the first answer. Okay. Leave me not, doesn't she sound desperate to the false joys of time? So she's saying, virtue, please help me. Don't just let time pass by. I need to reach my goal, but guide my steps to endless life and bliss. This does sound like a command. These are all commands, which does fit with imploring. I think it's pretty okay. No, then option B, I cease to wonder and no more attempt thine height to explore or fathom thy profound. I'm going to get rid of that one. What I would paraphrase that one as is, I no longer think about or have questions about something, and I'm not trying anymore to explore your height, virtue. Thine means your, basically, or fathom thy profound. It's just saying, I'm not trying to wrap my head around the quality of virtue anymore, which doesn't connect to these key aspects of the question. See, O thou bright jewel in my aim, I strive to comprehend thee. Thine own words declare, wisdom is higher than a fool can reach. This sounds a little bit like a trap answer to me because it has some vocabulary that does line up with the word goal, which is appealing about it. Right here, bright jewel, that would be a symbol of the goal. So she's aiming for the goal. To comprehend thee, to understand the goal, that's the last thing she was just talking about. She's speaking about it in figurative language. She's comparing the goal to a bright jewel. And she's talking about understanding it. Thine own words declare. Remember, thine is virtue. Anytime we're seeing words that are meaning you, it's virtue because this whole poem is addressed to virtue. Wisdom is higher than a fool can reach. This just sounds like she's despairing that she's not going to meet her goal, but there's nothing here that sounds like imploring virtue to assist her in reaching her future goal. That's not the tone of this, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Last one, but oh my soul, sink not into despair. She's talking to her soul here. It's supposed to be talking to virtue. Virtue is near thee. Oh, already getting rid of it because this is addressed to the soul, which is not good because look up here, addresses the poem directly to the quality of virtue, so that doesn't fit. Oh my soul, it should say oh virtue. So that one's out. Okay, and then I am still going to read this one just to see and talk about other aspects of this answer choice. So virtue is near thee, near your soul, and with gentle hand would now embrace thee, hovers o'er thine head. Okay, it's just saying virtue is near. Okay, so I feel pretty confident that it's A. Let me think about it one last moment here. So attend me, virtue. That means be by my side, come to me, help me through my youthful years. Oh, leave me not. Perfect. That's totally imploring. Leave me not. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me, virtue, to the false joys of time. So it's imploring, begging. but guide my steps to endless life and bliss. This part here could fit the goal. Think about it. A goal, you picture steps to a goal. Looks good. Got it right. Lastly, let's look at College Board's explanation. Choice A is the best answer because it effectively illustrates the claim that Wheatley addresses her poem on virtue to the quality of virtue, imploring it to assist her in reaching a future goal. In the quotation, Wheatley begs virtue to accompany her or attend her through her youth and to guide her steps to the future goal of endless life and bliss. And distractor answers, choice B is incorrect because this quotation suggests the difficulty of fully comprehending virtue. Rather than asking virtue for help, Wheatley presents it as a quality that is impossible to entirely understand because it is so grand and deep. Choice C is incorrect because this quotation describes Wheatley's effort to comprehend virtue despite virtue itself declaring that such wisdom is beyond her grasp, or higher than a fool can reach. Choice D is incorrect because rather than asking virtue for help in this quotation, Wheatley urges herself to sink not into despair because virtue is always nearby. Are videos like this helpful? My degree in teaching English says that they should be. So I hope that you find them helpful. If so, please like and leave a comment below. I respond to all comments. And also, if you ask me a question, I will make a video. Math, reading, writing, let me know in the comments below.